It's the segment of the week where I pretend I'm really happy, but I'm burning inside. Come on.
It's the segment of the week where I pretend I'm really happy but I'm burning inside. Come on. The undisputed light heavyweight championship between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol was one of the most weighted boxing events of the year, with Beterbiev known for his unstoppable knockout power and Bivol regarded as a technical wizard inside the ring. We expected a battle of contrasting styles, and we were not disappointed well until it came to the scoring. While that has been a topic of debate till now, what no one anticipated was the aftermath, a bitter controversy and some sharp-tongued jabs from Oscar de la Hoya directed squarely at Eddie Hearn. Eddie, am I just imagining that 14 of your main event fighters all lost this year? 14 fighters. The fight itself was a gritty affair. Bivol, undefeated before the bout, stepped into the ring with confidence, knowing he had outclassed top-level opponents in the past, including the likes of Canelo Alvarez. From the opening bell, Bivol made his intentions clear. He used his quick footwork to maintain distance, jabbing and landing clean shots on Beterbiev. It was classic ball, staying elusive, picking his moments to attack and avoiding any significant damage in return. I feel good now. I slept, I went through hard training camp, and now I'm just thinking about my future today. We will see, His Excellency. I hope he has some plans for me, very much, or something else. But Beterbiev, with a perfect knockout record, was not going to be easily deterred. Though Bivol controlled the early rounds, Beterbiev started to press forward with his signature aggression. The second half of the fight saw the momentum shift as Biv's relentless pressure began to wear on Bivol. Beterbiev landed powerful shots, particularly to the body, and slowly but surely closed the gap on the scorecards. When the final bell rang, both fighters believed they had done enough to secure the victory, but the judge decision would then bring about immediate controversy. He saying how His Excellency told that he wants to make it, and I hope I will do better. I hope I will try to be better. Scores were announced in favor of Beterbiev, and a majority decision that left many scratching their heads, particularly those in Bivol's corner. Eddie Hearn, the head of Matchroom Boxing and Bivol promoter, was livid at the outcome. In the post-fight press conference, he didn't hold back his frustration. We saw one of the greatest examples of skill and dedication in that ring tonight. Hearn said, his voice thick with disgust. Bivol put on a masterclass, and yet here we are with this result. I struggle to find anyone who thinks Beterbiev have won that fight ever seen, and I don't want to disrespect Beterbiev, his team, because they're just incredible fighters, but I find it sickening that after a lifetime of hard work, Dmitry Bivol is not undisputed champion tonight. He won that fight. I struggled to find anybody on our road a road behind. On the Hearn had a point. The punch statistics, often a useful but not definitive tool in determining a fight's winner, seemed to favor Bivol. Bivol landed more punches than Beterbiev, although Beterbiev threw more. The difference in accuracy was big, and many believed Bivol's cleaner, more technical boxing should have earned him the decision. But Hearn wasn't just upset about the result. He pointed fingers specifically at one judge, Paavo Cardini, who scored the fight 116-112. For Beterbiev, that judge should never work in this sport again. Hearn fumed, it's a disgrace, a robbery. I wouldn't say that, but Bivol won that fight. I just spoke to Bivol and his team. They feel like they got robbed tonight. I know that you just said that this wasn't your best performance. How do you respond to them saying that basically they deserve the win? You know they can't say anything. Hearn also noted that Turki Alik, chairman of the General Entertainment Authority in Saudi Arabia, had promised that if the fight resulted in controversy, a rematch would be in order. Hearn clung to that promise, calling for an immediate rematch, convinced that Bivol deserved another shot at becoming the undisputed light heavyweight champion. While Eddie Hearn was busy venting his frustrations, Oscar de la Hoya decided to twist the knife. Known for his fiery statements and fierce competitiveness in the promotional world, de la Hoya didn't miss the opportunity to poke fun at Hearn's recent string of disappointments. After all, it wasn't just Bivol's loss that had Hearn reeling. His fighters seemed to be stacking up losses all year long. Don't like those people that pretend they're so happy but actually they're burning inside. One on Oscar de la Hoya. I know when we spoke when you was in Vegas and I was in Newcastle, you said you was enjoying his little videos. Yeah, and now you're the senator, one of them. Yeah, I just just a weird guy, really is he, but I think we all need weird in our life. I don't like those people that pretend they're so happy but actually they're burning inside. Oscar de La Hoya delivered a hot roast aimed directly at Hearn. He's all fighters lost this year, Oscar said. First AJ, then Du Bois, and now Bivol. Hearn is just trashing his fighters. De La Hoya's reference to Anthony Joshua's high-profile defeat to Alexander Usyk and Daniel Du Bois's controversial stoppage loss to Alexander Usyk as well was a sharp dig. Both were massive fights that Hearn had promoted with great fanfare, only to see his fighters fall short. Adding Ball's loss to that list only seemed to confirm in De La Hoya's eyes that Hearn was on a losing streak again. Last week with Sandy Ryan, and the week before with AJ, and the week before when Shakur got hurt, and the week before when Bunga got destroyed. Here Eddie's good at talking, but maybe he should spend more time actually helping his fighters win. De La Hoya jabbed, I mean, what's next? Who's the next fighter of his to lose? It didn't take long for Hearn to clap back at Oscar De La Hoya's taunts. During an interview, Hearn addressed the criticism with his characteristic bravado. Oscar, can you say one nice thing about all these promoters? Eddie Hearn, one nice thing about Eddie Hearn? Yeah, he's trying. Oscar loves talk, doesn't he? Hearn said, I think he spends more time roasting other promoters than focusing on his own fighters. Let's not forget Ball's performance was nothing short of brilliant, and as for AJ and Du Bois, they're still among the best in the world. One loss doesn't define a fighter. But even as Hearn defended his promotional skills, the truth was hard to ignore. Bivol loss, though controversial, was another blow in a tough year for matchroom boxing. The pressure was mounting, and the feud between Hearn and De La Hoya only added to the drama. While the banter between Hearn and De La Hoya provided entertainment for fans, the real question remained, what's next for Bivol and Beterbiev? Hearn was confident that a rematch was the only logical next step. There's no other fight out there for Beterbiev. Hearn said, this is unfinished business. Bivol deserves another shot, and I'm confident the fans want to see it. For his part, Bivol seemed open to the idea, though clearly disappointed by the loss. I want the rematch, he said. I can do better, I will do better, but we need to see what the fans want. I think about a rematch. We should ask boxing fans, do they want this rematch? Yes, if they want, I would like to give this rematch. And I would like to get this chance, of course, again. Beterbiev, however, was less committed. He had achieved what he set out to do, remain undefeated and unify the titles. Whether he would be willing to risk that status in a rematch with a fighter as dangerous and skilled as Bivol remained to be seen as the dust settles from the Beterbiev-Bivol clash. One thing is certain, 2024 has been a roller coaster for Eddie Hearn. From Anthony Joshua's crushing defeat to BV's controversial loss, Hearn's fighters have faced a string of setbacks that have kept him firmly in the spotlight, though not in the way he would prefer. Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya continues to stir the pot, taking every opportunity to mock his rival. The feud between these two promoters is just as compelling as the battles inside the ring, and fans can expect plenty more fireworks as the year progresses. Oscar De La Hoya works for DAZN, so he's a complete idiot, to be honest with you, because his job is to put on good fights with Dune, and he hasn't really done that with Hongar. Is he? I mean, he's probably the worst managed career I've ever seen in a history of boxing. But this is not where this battle ends. The gloves are truly off as the war of words between Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn reaches new heights. De La Hoya has been relentless, targeting Hearn over everything from fighter management to promotional blunders, but Hearn has never been one to let it settle. In another recent response, Hearn didn't mince words. He called De La Hoya a strange person, clearly fed up with the constant attacks and insinuations about matchroom boxing supposed failures. This whole clapback Thursday thing, I was kind of thinking about doing one myself for him, cause I got a great impersonation of him, but no, I just do it to the, but if I was doing a one today, it was Friday today, right? So it's like, I know off Friday, it's like, hey, welcome to off Friday, cause he does his silly voice. It go a little bit like this. Here we go. It's the segment of the week where I pretend I'm really happy but I'm burning inside. Come on. Hearn pointed out that while De La Hoya has been criticizing his promotion, Golden Boy is the one truly struggling. According to Hearn, De La Hoya has been bleeding fighters, losing nearly all his top talent in recent years, starting with Canelo Alvarez, Golden Boy crown jewel, who famously parted ways with the promotion. He's lost all his fighters, and I think he's hurting. Hearn remarked, going straight for the jugular. Canelo is obviously gone. This wasn't just a casual observation but a painful reminder for De La Hoya, whose relationship